the gentlelady from Hawaii, Mrs. Hanabusa.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And thank you, Madam Secretary, for being here. As you are very well aware, since about the year 2009, when Carcieri versus Salazar was decided by the United States Supreme Court, a fix to Carcieri has been probably the #1 priority of the Native Americans. You have stated in your testimony about how time-consuming that decision is to determine really the role of whether a tribe is under federal jurisdiction and therefore meeting the 1934 requirement of Carcieri. And we also had Director Washburn here making his statement about that as well. What was curious to me is in your testimony, you said that language included in the fiscal year 2014 budget request, if enacted, would resolve this issue. Are you referring to the Carcieri decision itself, that there's some language that's in the budget document that would be a fix? So I'd like an elaboration of your statement.
Happy to give you a quick one and respond with more detail. There's PATCHAC and there's Carcieri.
Right.
There are things we can do administratively that we believe will help address PATCHAC. Carcieri is a legislative fix, and it is, in the context of my response to Congresswoman Lummis, it keeps us in court. It takes a huge amount of time to prove up whether a tribe was in fact established in 1934, and that's something that I think we share a common interest in addressing legislatively.
So when the statement in your testimony is, the administration continues to support a legislative solution to address the negative impacts resulting from the Carcieri decision and has included language in its fiscal year 2014 budget request that, if enacted, would resolve this issue. That's the statement that I was trying to get elaboration on as to whether in the fiscal year 2014 budget request, is there a request that we do a legislative fix, or is there language contained in there that you believe would in and of itself resolve this issue?
I don't think that there's language in and of itself that will resolve the issue, and I'll check into that specifically and respond in writing to your question.
I appreciate that, because I went through it and I was looking for that specific language, then I thought, you know, I must have missed it. Along the same line, we do know that PATCHAC is also going to be a difficult issue as well, because that, of course, gives an Administrative Procedures Act challenge to a decision by, technically you, as long as the person doesn't claim title to the land. So how do you perceive a resolution of PATCHAC? Is that an administrative function, or do you also envision that as requiring a legislative fix?
I think that there are, as I understand it, and I'm not a lawyer nor an expert on these things, but as I understand it, there are things we can do administratively to help, but it would benefit from a legislative fix, and that is certainly something we'd love to continue to work with the subcommittee here and in the Senate on.
Thank you. If you could also provide whatever insight you have on that in terms of whether or not it would be along the lines of an exemption from Administrative Procedures Act, or what do you envision that, or what the department envisions that, I would appreciate that as well.
I'm going to have to defer to the lawyers in the department that understand the details more than I do, so if you will allow me to respond in writing on that, I think that would be my preference.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Also, in your testimony, you refer to the administration's commitment and an executive order which was signed on June 26th, which established the White House Council on Native American Affairs. You are the chair, and I guess it includes about 30 different agencies, and it looks like an attempt to bring all the different relevant agencies together to deal with Native issues. Along that line, though it is addressed as the Native American Affairs, is it anticipated that all indigenous or Native people, whether you're Native Alaskan or Native Hawaiian, would also be addressed by this specific council, or is this executive order, in your opinion, limited to Native American related matters?
I think that the Tribal Council has been designed predominantly around American Indian Alaska Native issues, but to the extent that Native Hawaiian issues come to the fore and become a part of that, it would certainly be included. But I think that the focus has been on working across all the branches of the federal government to ensure that the American Indian Alaska Native issues are brought to the fore in all of those various agencies and the roles that they play.
And, I'm out of time.
Yep.
May I submit one other question for the record?
There's no problem with any member asking questions afterwards, and obviously we'd like a timely response from any of our witnesses on that. So, no, you can do that.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.